With that, it's Monday. It's coffee with Chachi, guys. Well, good morning. This is it. This is the first one. So, welcome to everybody to Monday Coffee with Chachi. This is the first episode, episode 1. Kind of came along after years and years of just thinking about doing one, have tons of information, and finally just getting together with some friends and different things like that. And what do you know, episode 1. So we'll see where this takes us. You know, the goal is to provide episodes, provide content, and, you know, make sure that anybody who listens, if it's 1 or 1 million, that the information received was added value. So Monday Coffee with Chachi. So the idea and where the Monday comes from, and today I'm just drinking a black coffee, just a Colombian roast, dark roast, just black, made with a French press, and my standard mug at home in the morning is the San Francisco 49er mug that I received as a gift. So, and we are coming from Phoenix today. It's a nice early summer day here in Phoenix. So welcome to Phoenix. Hope you're having your coffee or your tea or your water or your juice, whatever it is that's your substance in the morning, as you will. So Monday coffee, I'll be drinking coffee. That's the coffee part. Why Monday? You know what? We need to take Monday back. Somewhere along the line, a lot of us lost Mondays. I know there was a long period of time where I lost Saturday mornings, and that had to do a lot because of Friday nights. But tell me why? Why do we lose Mondays though? You know, I see a lot of Mondays are just either struggling to get the day back coming off the weekend, or one of those days you just, the motivation's super low. You know, I'll start working on Tuesdays. I feel like I read an article once. It said Tuesdays was the most productive day of the week. Now, if we got Monday back, there's 7 days in the week, and if we're all trying to progress and do something great, if we got Monday back, we would add an extra 24 hours to our day. So this podcast is all about getting ready earlier and taking Monday back, adding to our efficiency, our effort, and our discipline, and working quicker towards goals if we add a whole nother day. So welcome again to the Monday Coffee with Chachi. Now, what you can expect is just conversation. Just like if you were sitting down and you and I were just having a conversation about different things. Should be a lot of the information I go over or talk about, it's just gonna be the same, right? A lot today's content is about a conversation I had recently with a coworker. And so we'll talk a lot about that, which the main topic is getting your 100. But in there, we'll hear a lot of different things. We'll talk about some of my favorite authors, some of my interactions throughout the year, interactions maybe that week. You know, we'll talk about goal setting, or, you know, I get people tell me I should be a life coach often. So maybe we'll talk about some life coaching. You know, it's all about what interactions we have every single day. So if something comes up, and you'll find this podcast on Anchor originally, move on to being on probably Apple, maybe a few other places, as well as the video. I am doing a video. For those that are watching video, they see everything's going on. Right now I'm at my home, sitting at my wingback chair, which I bought for like $10 maybe a decade ago. It's just a very simple setup. I got my Apple iPhone, a laptop, some headphones, and I think I spent, minus items I already had, I spent like $12 on a mic, and that's essentially how we're doing our podcast. So anyway, a lot of stoicism. I practice a lot of stoicism, so we'll talk about authors like Ryan Holiday, who's huge, Tim Ferriss, and then like the old guys, right? So one of the best Stoic books that happens to be right here in front of me is Meditations. This is by Marcus Aurelius. But the translation here is the Gregory Hayes translation, since Marcus Aurelius obviously has passed away. He's an old Stoic. We'll talk a lot about maybe some Epictetus, some Seneca, and a few others. So that's what you can expect, maybe 10-15 minutes every Monday, and we go from there. So today, my conversation happened about a week ago, and it was basic questions on like helping people that are majorly, they have some sort of blockade or something up, and it's causing these gaps. And one of those gaps just came to mind, so I'm writing it down so I can talk about it. In case you're wondering, it's strategy. So people have these gaps. Say you want to transfer information to a friend or a colleague or something like that. And the idea is that we should try to focus towards getting to our 100%, right? And let me tell you a quick story I like to tell people anytime they want to understand what I mean by our 100%. Say you're walking down the street and you're chewing bubble gum. You're by yourself. It's a lovely Monday morning, and you're chewing bubble gum and walking. There's probably very minimal effort on the bubble gum. It comes natural. You're doing it. No big deal. Now say you're on the edge of a sidewalk and it's on a busy street and you're chewing bubble gum. Some people at this point might stop chewing the bubble gum. Maybe you're good. You're chewing. You're fine. You trust the cars. Say now you're on a balance beam, and say the balance beam is 3 feet off the ground, and it's wide enough to fit both your feet side by side. Are you still chewing the bubble gum the same way you were originally? Or is it less chews? Or has the chewing completely stopped? Say you're walking across the Grand Canyon on the same balance beam, and it's 1,000 foot to the bottom and you got 300 feet to walk across. Are you totally concentrating on balancing and zero chew on the bubble gum? That's 100 right there. Anything taking a speck of your mind and your focus away is taken away from your 100. That's the idea. That's the focus that you have to get into, and we'll talk about several things that do that. So the conversation with my friend was about strategy, was about conversating to somebody that always has a reason. They always have something. Oh, this didn't happen because of this. And it's like, how do you get to that point where you can actually transfer information that helps this person? So that's what we talked about a little bit. We went over a few other things. Now, how do you do that? So in my belief, there's only two emotions. There's love and there's fear. Only two emotions, period. Think of a random emotion. It'll stem from either love or fear. Frustration. There's probably a fear there. If you go all the way back, that you're going to be late or something. Now you're getting frustrated with the cars. So love or fear, boom, everything stems from them. So you have this person that's coming off and they always have an excuse. Well, I can tell you the excuses are a strategy. Humans, we speak in strategy. We speak in a way of saying, oh, I want this to occur, so I'm going to tell Frank this, and hopefully he'll understand that means this. Just like a general in the army will have a strategy on winning a battle against another general. There's going to be a way of doing it. Now, he's not going to pick up all his men and just throw them, boom. Now, he wants to save as many of his men as he can, and he wants to move forward, so he has a strategy that goes along with that. Now, I said love and fear earlier. We speak in strategy because we always have this underlying fear a little bit that says, I don't want to relieve every part of my insecurity. So what you have to do is you have to bring a person down a little bit to their level of emotion that's going to be the closest to love. And the more and more you can bring somebody up or down, then you can have a conversation with them. Now, this person there's a big fear behind there, and so the strategy is to divert, block. Now, if you can show that person there's some love underlying, then there, what you can do is you can bring that person down. And we'll talk about strategy and things of that nature on a further podcast. If that's what people want, just comment below. Or if you know me personally, right, just tell me, hey, Chachi, I want to know more about strategy, and I'll do another 10 or 15 minutes on that. But with today, it's about the 100. And so I want to tell a story about getting to your 100 more than anything else. And you can, if you can balance your emotion with love and fear, you can look at your strategy. You can understand that your focus has to be accurate on one item. You can't multitasking, right? Trying to be out right now and doing more than one task, 3, 4, 5 tasks. You take your 100 and maybe you got 80% on one and 20% on another. The results you get are going to be 80% results, 70%, 20% results. 100% focus, you're going to work towards 100% result. Now, if anybody here is a big Olympic fan, I'm a massive Olympic fan. Winter, summer, I come from the desert. I watch the Winter Olympics just like I watch the summer. It's all about the Olympics. I'm a USA all the way kind of guy. I do like to see competition in general, so if there's another country doing great, I'll watch that too. All right, Jessie Diggins, shout out to you, Jessie Diggins, if you are coming across this video or you are podcast. She's a cross-country skier. And this is the story to think about more than anything else. Cross-country skier, United States, I believe it's 40 plus years ago was the last time the United States won a medal. And that was in cross-country skiing. The last time they won a medal in cross-country skiing was more than 40 years ago. I believe it was a silver, and I believe it was by a gentleman. In general, cross-country skiing is an area the United States usually is very weak on. So Jessie Diggins is on the gold medal event. It's a 2-person event. It's a team. It's like a relay. So long story short, we go fast forward all the way to the last 300 yards. Jessie Diggins is right there in the mix. There's 3 countries in the mix: USA, Norway, Sweden. You can look this up on YouTube if you like. The lady from Sweden, I believe, just won the gold medal in sprinting in cross-country skiing that Olympics. All right, so she's a better sprinter than Jessie Diggins. The other lady coming from Norway, Norway has all these medals already. That's all they do in Norway, I think, is cross-country ski places. I take an Uber, I think they cross-country ski. Well, anyway, she's coming around the bend. These 2 countries dominating cross-country skiing for decades. And I want to say the chick from Norway also had won a medal already. Well, Jessie Diggins comes around this bend, and as they come, she ends up cutting off the lady from Norway. She's in 2nd place. Now, pause for a second. 42 years since the United States has won a medal. If Jessie Diggins pulls up right behind the chick from Norway and follows them in, she wins a bronze medal. And that would have been the first time women ever won a medal in cross-country skiing in the Olympics. Jessie Diggins goes down in history. First woman, her and her partner, obviously, first women to win a medal in cross-country skiing. But Jessie Diggins isn't worried about the medal. Okay, think about that. It's not about the medal. It's not about the placing. It's not about winning or losing, right? That's a result. And too many times we follow results when we should be following the system, the process. What is it that she's supposed to be doing? Jessie Diggins is supposed to be giving her 100%. That's what she's supposed to be doing. She's not supposed to be coasting, oh, I'm gonna get a bronze, oh, I'm gonna get a silver. It's, I got 200 yards left. What is it that I have? What's my 100? What's my focus? What am I doing? I'm a cross-country skiing. So I should come around this end and I should focus on cross-country skiing. So she comes around the bend, she's in 2nd. As they loop around the final stretch, there's about 100 yards left, 150 yards left. She's going up against the gold medal in sprinting in cross-country skiing. So what does she do? She focuses on her 100. If you watch the video, she's looking straight and she's just pounding, pounding, pounding. It's like if she's out there by herself and her dad's yelling at her. Sit. Oh, there's a gold medal sprinter next to me? Didn't know it. Because what she did is she took her single task. My single task is to sprint from point A to point B as quickly as possible. As much as I have, I've got to give my 100. And then when I cross the finish line, then you see what your 100 gave you. See, and people have it backwards. They're looking at the finish line. They're looking at their obstacles. They're looking at their opponents. And then they dictate based off of how much hurt and fear they have in them determines what they push. If I get silver, I lost to the gold medal sprinter, I'll be okay People will be like, "Whoa, dude, she was the gold medal sprinter. You're cool. You won the first silver for the United States in 40 plus years." But not Diggins. She dug in. She did her 100. She focused on just her task, her lane. And you know what? Look it up. She won the gold medal. First gold medal in cross-country skiing for the United States ever. And she outbeat an Olympic sprinter. So get your Monday back. This was the very first 15 minutes. Get your Monday back. Go out there today and find something that you've had on the table, that you have the potential to do, and take it back by throwing out your 100. Remove all obstacles. Remove, making sure that I got my coffee all set. Remove all these things out of the way. If we get our focus on, we do one task at a time, we isolate everything around us, and we focus, right? Focus is a result too, so we can go over focus in a future podcast as well. These are all results. If we can remove results off the table and focus on the system, the process, I'm guaranteeing you better results. Guaranteeing you better results. So, hey, thank you. Welcome to the first Monday Coffee with Chachi. It was a great time. It's a great experience. Please give me feedback. Tell me things that you want to hear or know, and we'll keep moving forward with this. As always, learn, practice, train. That's a stoic thing. I love the Stoics, and always move forward. So always move forward. Thank you. I'm Chachi. Have a good one.